Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever the time might be for you. Welcome to the channel. We are playing Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out DLC. Thought I just unpaused it. There we go. I will tell you, first of all, I had to look at my notes to see what we were doing in last episode. And then second of all, I will tell you, it takes forever to load this map now. Which maybe shouldn't be the most surprising, but, you know, here we are. Also got a tip that we've been seeing some nuclear material coming in, and it seems like it's because of this setup, potentially. Although I'm not sure how that's carrying over into some of these spots. It's very interesting. Anyway, in the last episode, we started digging up the space, and we're still doing it. Still making our way all the way up there. And let's see. And then we're transitioning to stone hatches. I was just looking at my notes to see what we did last one. So we have stone hatches coming up. And then as you can see are all stone hatches. And this is great for plastic. And we do have exosuits, which means we could go up to space or we can go down to the oil biome. Both of which equally, well, not equally a good idea. I want to go up to space, so we just start venting some of these gases that are here, because we don't need all of this. Polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide, that sort of a thing. And then obviously we got our giant dig going, and we've got, I wonder if, yeah, there's no nuclear waste coming from here. Weird. I don't know why the nuclear waste is coming in. But it's okay. We'll deal with it. See, like there's two spots right there that are nuclear, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Ooh, plastic. We're going with plastic. I think I wanted one that was a crop tender strictly. So if I get a crop tender, that'd be great. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, we have our dupes into exosuits, which is great. This is all coming in, getting filtered into our system, coming back down, and then this will get built at some point when it's ready. Did we already use the plastic we just got? Oh yeah, and these are going to be our new bedrooms here. So furniture, yeah, we don't have plastic yet. So we've started working on the new bedrooms up here. Are they talking to each other? Full of gossip, that's great. Let's see. Oh yeah, our morale is looking real good. Great. It's like we need a constant sweep here. Radiation mostly safe, yeah. So it's not like it's causing a problem, but it's so weird that it's even happening. We do need to consider somewhat of a cooling loop on our oxygen because it's just coming into the base hot, which means our base is warming up, and that means these are going to die at some point. So we'll figure that out, even if it's just passing it through like a cold biome, like so. Over here was pretty cold. It's heating up pretty quickly due to our power. Yeah, this was a cold biome previously. We obviously have this one up here. I think that was a cold biome. I don't know. Alright, so we're doing the two digs. This big one down at the bottom. And we're going to see if we can get down to oil. And then we've got this one up here. We're getting up to space. And really we're going to try to core out the map Got ourselves a vent right there. This got blocked in, great. Because that's pretty hot water. We've got to block this in. So let's increase the priority on this, like make that a priority 7. And then we'll eventually put pumps in there for natural gas. Both for our other grill and then also for our maybe potentially a power plant with it. It depends. Food is decayed. How? Food should be basically perfect. Let's see consumables. What are our dupes eating? No on the meal lice. Why is that there? So we have pickled meal. Lettuce, sure. Bristleberry, yep. Yeah, okay. So just meal lice needs to be removed out of the equation so they don't eat that just by itself. And since we're in Atmos suits, it doesn't really matter that we're walking around in polluted oxygen or hydrogen or carbon dioxide. None of that, as our duplicants are just full on into it. Let's do... Let's do this. I want to get this pool of water into here. And we'll eventually filter that out. It's not a 911 for us now. What I don't want is to get the salt water in because we don't have a solution for filtering salt water just yet. Same as here, but we will tackle that later. And I do think that over in this area we'll do like a little ranching setup. We'll move all of our ranches into here and we'll try to just ranch basically everything. Hatches, Drecos, shovels for sure, because shovels are like basically free food. And they can be confined and all of that, and it doesn't even matter. Like, shovels are kind of wild in that respect. This should flow down this way and into here. When we open it up, same thing here. And what's this? Oh, copper volcano, that's right. Oh, actually, you know what then? So maybe we'll move refinement to this side because we've got a copper volcano and that'll generate a lot of heat for us. And we'll do maybe refinement and power on the right hand side, and then we'll leave the left hand side for critters, as we don't have a lot of things in our way on this side. That might be a good plan. Let's see here. The game definitely feels like it's running slower. When you come back to it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I feel the sluggishness in it, but it's not terrible. Let's see here. Are we even able to see oil biome yet? No, another cool steam vent. See what's in here. Slowly but surely we're exploring. There's no rush. Or at least I'm not in a rush. I like to do my due diligence on this planet, make sure that we're looking good. Yeah, we are maxed up, and that's why this is stalling. I mean, it's good because we're not wasting water, but... And the battery is going to help here because it'll kick it back up when it needs to. Who's this? Ellie? Ellie, we need to see if we can get you... Okay, you're new, that's why. We need to get you into suit wearing sooner rather than later. Because you're going to take your sweet time getting basically everywhere. Yeah, we've got quite a bit queued up with the oh, you see this artifacting up here? Look at the top of the screen. It looks like that's wild. Yeah. Game struggling to update or something? I don't know. I mean, we have tons and tons of materials sitting like this, and that is problematic for the game, including all of these gases. So it's got to do all these calculations all the time. So it's a lot. I think we were going to move this up to here, but it can stay for now. Maybe when we take out the hatches and we start building over here. There's no shortage of space in our base right now. So we're doing okay so far. And there's plenty of things for our dupes to do. How would I want to dig down? Normally I would go straight down the middle. Or like down this ladder here. Let's actually do that. Okay, so we're going to let all this natural gas out. Now it's no longer under pressure, so it's going to actually start venting again. I should go in and actually look at the metrics, like get someone to observe it, but it's okay. We can do that at a later date. Right now, we'll just let the natural gas vent out. And it'll get captured eventually. Like this is okay, like this would be fine to, as long as it doesn't get superheated and then turn into sour gas, which I think that's the, or it's petroleum that turns into sour gas or something. If you get the sour gas, you're in trouble. We get to space, we can start talking about rockets and exploring new planets, and that's a little bit of what I'd like to do in addition to getting down to the bottom and getting into oil, because that's a big one. So there's quite a bit that I want to tackle. Like, let's make this a priority 8. Let's get to it. Priority 8. Let's go. Again, our dupes are in exosuits, so it doesn't really matter. But it does help curb that. See if I had one that was higher in agriculture. Strength, carrying capacity. Actually, we'll take Ashcan. And then you're going to be strictly a farmer. Strictly a farmer, and you can do a little bit of storing. Ashcan on this schedule, morning bonus, which is good. You are working during the entire morning time, and then skills. Ashcan going right into farming. I thought his was carrying. Okay, anyway. So you should largely be staying inside the base. We have 15 dupes, and we only have 12 of these, which is fine, because we don't want everybody in suits. We just want some people in suits. Pipe blocked, why? Okay, it's because it's delayed on the filtering. Got it. Totally fine. The moment we get down to the oil biome and we start actually processing things is when I want... Can I just do a refinery now? Let's look. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do... Yeah, we're gonna start up a little bit of a refinery here. And it's gonna get quite hot. But it'll do the trick. I don't have the ability to make steam turbines. But how do I want to tackle this? We're going to do one refinery right there maybe. And it's just to get us off of rock crushers for a second. And then power, we're going to do a conductive wire bridge. Like so. And then plumbing. Let's do insulated so we really don't mess this up. And this has got to be a temporary solution because there's no way that we could sustain this. This is going to be a big, big problem. Power. Okay, let's do priority 7 construction here. So the intent is for us to get somewhat of a little factory going in here. I kind of want polluted water to come up. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bridge on and another lovely temporary solution here. Like so. Priority 7 construction. Ooh, that save lag is kind of incredible. Alright, dupes, build it. And then here, let's just do 20 of each. Iron to steel, we don't have kilns. Because you need, for iron to steel, you need refined carbon and iron. Iron ore to iron, yep. And so let's get one here. And again, that's bad because it gets so damn hot. But it's okay, we'll work through it for a second. Having the tank is going to help with normalizing the temperature. So it'll help for a second, but it will be a problem, guaranteed. Apologies if you hear some noise in the background. Also, I'm doing laundry, but I have the door closed, so hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, so once this is complete, it's going to actually prefer to go up there, and we built it with a bridge. to specifically do that. Yep. See, so now it's going to choose to go this way. And honestly, we could do like, say like when it gets up to here, we'll cut the line. Like right up here maybe. I'll give the deconstruct command. And that should be, let's see here. Actually, we'll give it a little bit. Let it fill up a little bit. Doesn't hurt because that's a pretty decent sized reservoir. And then the refinery holds some polluted water as well. You want to use polluted water over regular water. It has better specific heat capacity, I think it's what it's called. I'm not sure. The moment this starts to back up is when yep, deconstruct that. We're probably fine. The refinery's almost full. We got a dupe here. Our absolute worst dupe is going to go deconstruct that. So now we're doing a little backstock here into the reservoir, which is fine. And we'll let all this drain and then we'll delete the pipe. So it's going. Soon enough we'll be able to just delete this entire pipe. And then we'll just have a loop here. Here we can do refined carbon. And really what I want to get to is my cooling loop. I want it to be like right here. And I want it to cool the oxygen. Because then the oxygen cooled will cool down the base. So I want refined carbon to get steel, but then in addition to that, this should all break in one piece as soon as someone goes to deconstruct it, because I have chain deconstruction on. I just want to see it all pop. Pop. Yeah, no power. Because this line is really overloaded. That's okay. I could just bring it up like this, but then that causes other problems. Like, well, actually it wouldn't be a problem here, but it still wouldn't be great. Let's scoop this up while you're at it. Okay, so it actually is looking like a problem. So let's just deconstruct this. And then I'm going to do this. And then priority 8 that. So it's going to take a lot of power, but it's on its own, like, kind of separate grid, which is nice. Wow, we already got 4 pieces of refined carbon, which means we could start making steel. And steel is important for a lot of reasons. Specifically because it's something that's truly going to hold back the high temperatures versus other metals later on. Meaning you could stick it into like a hot room, 200 something degrees, and it should be fine. Alright, we did that. Looks like natural gas heavier than polluted oxygen. No, I don't need any of them. Not for now, at least. How are we doing on the research tree? I forget. Okay, so we were working through that. We don't have data banks, so the whole point was we'd just knock out the first levels of a lot of these, and then get that after. So we could start using the stuff like in here, which that has 100 rad bolts, which which means we should be able to start using the materials ASAP on that. Okay, this broke through, that's great. And this is ice, so of course that busted up. I don't know what's down in here. It's going to be a while before we filter out this water at this rate. I mean, I could run additional pumps up. So this is producing 600 kilowatts. A pump takes Pump takes 240 watts. I said kilowatts over there. That's not accurate. 600 watts. So I could have, that's 480. This would be 620, so that'd be too much. 720, way too much. So with this, what would I do with this one though? Because that's well backed up. It's not like we have the capacity to do more there. And these are both full AF, and then this is coming down in here, which is pumping into these, which is filtering into here, and it's kind of a full cycle. Let's cancel that. I think that's a nice to have and not a necessary. Alright, our kiln is going. We've got refinement happening, which means stop it over here. The only thing I want to do over here is eggshell to lime forever. That's tungsten, look at that. Iron to steel. Let's do 20 pieces there. And really, I want just some steel on hand to build an aqua tuner. I think it's in utilities. Yep, thermo aqua tuner. And we'll build that to cool as our cooling loop for the base here. And then also eventually for our like, well, I'm debating whether we want to have like a heat room for, yeah, for our industrial area, which would be over on this side. Fill it up with water, heat it to a temperature that basically it will activate our steam turbines, and then our steam turbines produce power, and then it's all regulated with just a cooling loop, and you have an aqua tuner sitting in there. So yeah, we'll think about what that looks like. That's not done yet. This is done. Is this a priority? No. So what are we working on, dupes? We're just in here. What are you picking up sedimentary rock for? Alright. Let's get some of this stuff done. The things we've been looking to do for a while, let's get that done. So how hot is the water? Yep, it's already at 54.3. I think it probably started pretty warm. No. So it's getting up there really fast, and it's going to get hot up in here. Down here it's already warm, 50 degrees. But this, yeah, the polluted water at 53.4, polluted water at 52.9, that's going to go up drastically. And different metals heat it faster. So we're going to, we got to be careful though, because polluted water properties, evaporation point 119. Once you hit that, then it's going to start vaporizing in the pipe. And then what's the temperature on this? 34.2. So far so good on the metal refinery. So we don't need to worry about that melting down just yet. These again will be our bedrooms. So our fancy ones. Someone in the comments was like, decor is not going to be a problem in your base. I sure hope you're right. Because it's really nice when our dupes just have all of the things. Yep, coal generators are good. Let's make that a higher priority for right now. And then our dupes are digging out here, which is exactly what we want for them to wrap up this build. Let's also, while we're at it, let's just do a priority 7 like so. Edge of the map here. I do not want to mess around with this biome just yet. And there's... what is in there? That's weird. And unexpected. I didn't think that you could see a volcano or whatever within that biome. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think we got a decent amount done in this one. A little bit. Maybe not as much as I wanted, but we got some things done. Thank you so much for watching the series. As always, don't forget to leave a like if you're enjoying the content. And if you've got any feedback or any thoughts on the build, shoot me a comment down below. I read them all and respond and take those into consideration as I'm building. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day.